Hi team, welcome to a Monday Rapid Fire. Let's get into Bitcoin here because we are going into support as we speak. So very fascinating time. Is it going to hold? Is it not? Look, we don't know, but this is a good a place as any to start looking at the data and see what it's telling us. So right now, if we pull up on the Bitcoin chart, the hash ribbon, which tells us when miners are unprofitable, this is an area where they are in full capitulation mode. We can also see from the production cost level, so that essentially a lot of the metrics that go into this tell us exactly how much it takes to mine one Bitcoin in terms of cost for the miner. That's sitting at roughly $67,698 right now. Bitcoin's price is at $63,000. So it doesn't take Einstein to see that there is some stress on this market, and some miners that might be feeling that pain and that stress are looking to capitalize and get liquid, maybe even to hold themselves above water and not go bankrupt. I don't know if that is the case, but there's a lot of S9 miners and whatnot that are really struggling to mine right now. So they're switching off their rigs, or they're potentially selling older Bitcoin. So we're seeing a lot of OG Bitcoin hit the market. So a lot of that 1 year hodl wave is kind of decreasing because of some of those older Bitcoin hitting the market and being sold. We're also seeing that via the SOPR, which tells us when short-term holders are selling at a time of panic. Rather, I'm just trying to move my face so I can see what I'm talking about. As you can see here, the short-term cost basis, so the average buy price of short-term holders is roughly around about where we are now. We're using it as support. We're ducking a little bit beneath it as well. So short-term holders right now are selling at largely a loss. You can see there by that, these red lines just squirting down a little bit. So there is a tremendous panic out there with those short-term holders buying Bitcoin. They're like, I don't know, I'm going to lose my average cost basis. So they're selling, they're dumping. So there's a few things happening right now, which is really, really fascinating to watch. We're also seeing potentially if you read our newsletter last week, the carry trade, so the cash carry trade, where large hedge funds are playing the arbitrage game where they're buying the spot Bitcoin ETFs, and then they're going short via futures to try and hedge their positions, and they're trying to eke a lot of that funding, that free premium that they're getting for going short versus long. So we're actually seeing that premium drop. So it's starting to become too much of a risk for a lot of these funds to do it, because they could just park their money in, say, a US Treasury bond and earn X yield when they're taking this risk doing this arbitrage, and now the premium is dropping so low. So this makes a ton of sense if we're seeing these consistent outflows over the last week, about 100 million, a little bit higher, around that mark. So there's again considerable outflows happening via the ETFs, and again there's also the mining capitulation happening via the hash ribbon. So you can just see here though, we are in that sideways time-based capitulation. So in the last cycle around this time, we had about 168 days where we went sideways before the inevitable breakout. You can see here, if we go 168 days, it's probably about early August if we're going to break out. You want to do a similar thing. Probably going to do exactly the same. We do need a catalyst to really move us out of this region. And I know Checkmate, he often says that, the best catalyst is downside, for us to go up. So that is a great one. And I do like the theory that we need liquidity to come down lower. Maybe the 200-day moving average is looking pretty good here at 58,000, 60,000. We just want to get some liquidity, I think. But we have the Ethereum ETF coming likely on the 2nd of July. So that's coming up as well. So lots to look forward to in this market. I just think you have to practice playing dead sometimes and just be comfortable in your portfolio positioning and not getting too cute, not over trading, looking at the value you're seeing right now and sort of leaning in. That's all I really wanted to share with you guys. I also maybe just touch on the Ethereum Bitcoin chart because with that ETF coming, there is every chance that Bitcoin is dropping in support. There's every chance that the Ethereum Bitcoin chart could actually start to move higher. But if Ethereum can hold its position here at around that 3,400 or 3,300 while Bitcoin drops lower, again, there's the chance that Ethereum can hold its value while Bitcoin loses it and go higher versus Bitcoin. So that would be a very interesting chart to watch. But right now, all eyes are on Bitcoin, and we'll go from there. Altcoins likely will face another 5, 10, 20% haircut if we start dropping below that 60,000 mark. But so far, they're holding up okay. Apart from that, guys, hope you have a wonderful day, and we'll catch you for our altcoin Bible on Wednesday. See you.